Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steeler Nation what's on our minds. I'm Melanie Friedlander. And just like that, the endless question of would he or wouldn't he play that consumes Steelers Nation is over. At 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time yesterday, NFL insiders almost simultaneously reported that defensive lineman Cam Heyward and the Steelers had come to terms on a new contract on the eve of the 2025 season opener. The timing was huge. Heyward had been implying that he was willing to sit out the Week 1 game at the New York Jets. By all appearances, he had skipped the team charter flight to Newark yesterday afternoon. But before the ink was even dry, he was probably on his way to join his teammates and will be taking the field with them today. The deal itself is actually underwhelming, an additional $3 million based on incentives, and not individual goals like sacks or tackles or making the Pro Bowl or the All-Pro team. These were reportedly team incentives, probably similar to quarterback Aaron Rodgers' contract, including postseason wins starting with the wildcard round and escalating to the Super Bowl. Goals that are dependent on the team's performance, not just Heyward's. And many that are not likely to be earned, so they won't even count against the salary cap unless he hits those marks. So is it worth all the angst? And who won this sparring match? To hear it from a large segment of the fan base, Heyward destroyed his legacy to earn a few extra bucks. Fans criticized his desire to add to a substantial career earnings total and seemed angry that the 11-time team captain would threaten to miss a game. Harsh words for the 6-time Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee, who finally won the league's award in 2023. And just a few days ago, Heyward himself expressed frustration over the situation, but claimed he could not worry about what other people thought about his choices. Would Heyward really have skipped that game? I don't believe that, and neither did head coach Mike Tomlin based on recent comments. Would his absence on the field have impacted the team's chances of winning? No question. The run defense suffers without Heyward, and the stats back it up. At 36 years old, he still ranks at the top of the leaderboard for defensive linemen, whether it's PFF, PFN, or his peers doing that work. Some people saw this as a team helping Heyward save face, but it wasn't that simple. In the end, it was a game of chicken, and both sides gave up ground. Heyward didn't get paid anywhere close to the other interior defensive linemen at the top of that list, and he's better than most of them. Plus, he doesn't have sole control over whether he makes that additional money. He's dependent on his teammates. The Steelers broke precedent, renegotiating a contract with more than 1 year left and adding incentives for a non-quarterback player. A friend of mine likes to say that in a good negotiation, everybody leaves the table a little bit dissatisfied. It certainly seems like Cam Heyward and the Steelers achieved that. The good news is that they are all ready to move on and take on their opponents together. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryant and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.